Good Erev Shabbos, everybody. Um, Dr. Seuss has a great book and a great page in a great book. The book is The Places You'll Go, and my favorite page is the page about the waiting places, where part of life we are come to all these waiting places where we just wait for a train to go or a bus to come or the mail to come, the phone to ring, etc. My kids love this line, to the bathroom, and in a lot of ways, it really captures a lot of life, where we're sort of experiencing life by thinking about where we're going to next, and it really captures for me a lot of what we're experiencing right now, feeling like we're in the waiting place, where we're all in this limbo, waiting to see what's going to happen, waiting to see how long this is going to be, when is this going to be over, when can our lives return to normal. And I think also this captures or is captured by something very interesting in the Pesach Seder. The very last thing in the Seder, of course, is Nirtza. And in the Nirtza, we begin Chasal Siddur Pesach Kilchaso, Kichol Mitzvaso V'chukaso. We've now completed the entire Seder at Pesach. Kasher Zachinu L'Saderoso, Kein Nizkeh La'asoto. Like we've merited to arrange it in this way, we should have the opportunity to actually do it. And this line originally appeared, the Chasal Siddur Pesach was in a piyut for Shabbos HaGadol. So the meaning of this line was, now at Shabbos HaGadol, we've learned all the halachos of Korban Pesach. Now we hope in the next few days to be able to actually bring this Korban Pesach. But for us, it now has a new meaning because it's put after the Seder, and we say, Kasher Zachinu L'Sader Oso, just like we had the opportunity to do our Seder this year, we hope in the future to actually be able to do it fully with the Korban Pesach. L'Shana Haba b'Yerushalayim. And our hope is next year to celebrate a really good Pesach, unlike what we just experienced in the Yerushalayim HaBnuyah, with the centerpiece of the Pesach, which is the Pesach. This theme of the aspiration for the rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash is laced throughout the entire Seder. We have the Zroa, the shank bone, we have the Korech, Zecher, Lemikdash, Kehillel. We don't eat roasted food, meats, to remember we're missing the Korban Pesach, the Dayenu, all the things that we thank God for, up until the climax is Bana Lanu Beis HaBechira, that he built the Beis HaMikdash. So throughout the Seder, we're talking about the fact that really the purpose of leaving Mitzrayim was to come to worship God in the Beis HaMikdash. And this was alluded to in the very beginning of Sefer Shemos, when God comes to Moshe. God says to Moshe that I'm going to bring the Jewish people out of Mitzrayim, Tavdunat Elokim Bahar Hazeh. I'm going to bring them to worship me on the mountain. We're going to come to Har Sinai to get the Torah, and to come to the Beis HaBechira and to build the Beis HaMikdash. In the Az Yashir, on the shore of the Yam Suf, when we cross Yam Suf, we come across and we sing Shira thanking God, and we say, Machol L'Shivtecha Pa'alta Hashem, Mikdash Hashem Konu Yadecha, that what we really look forward to is the building of the Beis HaMikdash. And the thing that's interesting is that throughout the Seder, we have all these allusions to the missing Beis HaMikdash. But we wait until Nirtza, till everyone's asleep, to finally say that we don't have what we hoped for, that we don't have the climax of the redemption, which is the opportunity to worship God in the Beis HaMikdash. And I think the reason for that is very simple. The reason is that although it's true that we're missing the goal, we don't have the Beis HaMikdash. However, we don't want that to sour our night. We want to take in the moment and experience that which we do have, and don't spend so much time thinking about what we don't have and what we hope for. And we wait until the entire Seder is over to say, we're so grateful and happy for what we do have. Now let's talk about what we want in the future, but only after we fully take it in that moment. And the Sefer HaChinuch says the exact same thing. He says that we count Sfiras HaOmer to bridge from Pesach to Shavuos to say that leaving Mitzrayim was for the purpose of coming to get the Torah, and we're going to count the days to say that Pesach wasn't complete until we come to Shavuos. So the Sefer HaChinuch asks, why do we wait till the second night to count the Omer? Why don't we count the Omer on the first night? And he says, you have to first take the moment and experience what we do have and be grateful for what we do have, which has meaning in and of itself. And after you've done that, then we go to the next step and talk about what we want next, which is the Torah, which is Eretz Yisrael, which is the Beis HaMikdash. And I think that sometimes we get caught up thinking about ourselves as in the waiting place and don't realize that this is also a place. And this is a place to be, to experience in and of itself. To draw on one other point that Natan Sharansky said when he spoke last week, he said that when he was in prison, he didn't know the end of his story. He didn't know that he would live to come out and, and have a second life. For all he knew, he wouldn't live to survive. He wouldn't survive to leave the prison, and he would have died there. And then, what would be the purpose of all of his struggle? What got him motivated every day to resist and to keep working on something that he had no idea if he would ever see come to fruition? And the answer is, he wasn't only thinking about what's going to happen when he comes out. He was saying each day, this day, how can I live it to the fullest? What can I do today? And for today, what I'm doing is most meaningful to me. And that's what's going to drive me each and every day. And I think also, if we could take this to heart and to realize that we're not just in a waiting place, waiting for this challenge to end, but we're also in a unique opportunity where we have the responsibility to make the most of this situation that we're in now. And to think about, God put us in this situation for a purpose, and let's fully maximize in whatever way that we can. If it has to do with improving the way we relate to our parents, improving the ways that we relate to our children, improving the ways that we relate to our siblings, or our friends, or our community. If it has to do with learning something or reading something that we never really had the time to read, now is our opportunity. Think about how we can maximize our situation and make it a learning, a growth experience for ourselves, so that when we come out of it, we won't just say, what were you doing for all those weeks? We were waiting for it to end. No, we were growing from it, and we were learning from it, and we were maximizing it, and it was such a unique opportunity. And most importantly, probably for many of us, this is the only time that we've actually been able to save other people's lives by just doing nothing. And we have that special opportunity to be super careful about distancing ourselves. And then we could say, by just doing nothing, but it wasn't easy, we could actually save lives and improve the world that we're a part of. I'd like to wish everyone a very, very special Shabbos and a good Shabbos. And I hope to see you very soon in real life. But I hope that we could also fully maximize on whatever opportunities God gave us. And for whatever reason he put us here, let's make the most of it. Have a great Shabbos.
Shabbat
Shabbos.
Shabbos.
shalom.
Shabbos.